Yeah. What's up? My Chiefs family, Chiefs or die, my peoples. What is up? What is up? Yes, we are here with another episode of the Wild Card Chief, episode 8. And I'm your boy, Wild Card Mar, because it's week 3. And we going to Indianapolis, Indiana to take on them Colts who are 0-1-1. Chiefs are 2-0. Chiefs are looking good. Our Chiefs are looking good. Yes, they are. But let's get to it. 5 wild card Mars keys to victory for our beloved Kansas City Chiefs. And hey, I've been very critical of this guy. But he balling. Hey, if CEH Clyde EdwardsHelaire continues this hot start that he's on, I mean, hey, the guy is moving the chains in the run game and in the passing game. He's averaging 7.7 yards a carry. That's ridiculous. Oh, not to mention, he's also adding almost 11 yards of reception. I mean, this is what we've been waiting for. I think that's one of the things that I've always been critical of CEH is I always thought he went down too easy in majority of the games he's played. And then, of course, he's had some injuries. And it's like maybe this year, I think when you add other pieces to the backfield, maybe there's a little bit of pressure. And rightfully so. I mean, we talked about it more than once. Anytime you picked in the first round, I mean, they're expecting you to contribute, pretty heavily. But CEH, give credit where credit is due. He's balling. He's doing his thing. But there's one person I want to see get going, and he was the media guy or the media darling coming out of training camp. It's Isaiah Pacheco. It's not necessarily his fault. Obviously, he got to get a good amount of carries against Arizona because, well, it was garbage time. But it was good to put something on film, see what you got. And the kid's a hard runner. He's a hard runner. I say, when you playing this long of a season, 17 games, and you look at the Chiefs' schedule, in my opinion, one of the, if not the hardest schedule. It's loaded with teams that made it to the playoffs last year. It's loaded with teams that had over 500, records last year. And so it's tough competition after tough competition after tough competition week in and week out. But this is something that the Chiefs are used to, and this is what has sustained them, is they always stayed, progressing, never stayed stagnant. Yes, the starters are immaculate, but hell, our backups could probably start on your team. That's what's been great about the Chiefs, depth. And I think this is the deepest Chiefs team I've ever seen. Like, if we had an injury, God forbid, I'm not overly concerned. Obviously, we've already had injuries. We lost Trick McDuffie for a minute. I mean, you saw what happened against the Chargers. Come on. It's you got, all I'm saying is get Isaiah Pacheco going. and he can also be another weapon down the line because he's gotten some experience, gradually each game by game. Only had 2 carries against the Chargers. I would have loved to see more, especially since Clyde was getting off. I would have loved to see what Pacheco could have done against that defense, you know. But we'll see. We'll see what Andy has for him because I just want to see him go, get him going. And I think this is a good opportunity to get him going against a struggling Colts defense, struggling Colts team in general. But there's one thing that does not struggle over there, and my golly, number 29, the running back. We talking all these running backs so far. Talk about Clyde, talk about Isaiah. Well, there's a good running back on that Indianapolis side. All right, we ain't gonna fake the funk here. Jonathan Taylor is damn good. All right, and when you see runs like this, I mean, he's trying to take your head off. He is trying to take your head off. So, if there was any game that our run defense was at its absolute best, I hope it's against these Indianapolis Colts. I hope it is. Because you don't want to become a meme. And you don't want to become a highlight. But with this going on, for me, the bigger keys to victory is on the other side of the ball. Because in my opinion, I think Jonathan Taylor pretty much is the only weapon. I think they're getting Pittman Jr. back. But right now, the only threat is Jonathan Taylor. Let's minimize him and don't become a highlight, fellas, on defense. But to me, the bigger story is the Indianapolis Colts defense. Because there's no Shaquille Leonard. He was formerly Darius Leonard for all those years, but he's going by Shaquille now, name change. He's out again, won't make his debut. So this is the time. This is the time. Look, I get it that this offense is going to be predicated where you never know who's going to get the ball, who's going to be the main guy, who's going to be the star on offense in the receiving game. Well, with Shaquille Leonard out, who is a good coverage linebacker, to me, this is the perfect time that 87 has his game in Indianapolis. This is his game to show that, hey, I am the absolute best tight end that has been doing it for the last 7 years. And oh, by the way, I think we've gotten word out in San Francisco. There's a tight end who likes to get put in the same category as Travis Kelce, who's making his season debut. Oh, imagine that. Now he's making his season debut. And, injuries was causing him. He missed a couple of games. And I've said this once, and I'll say it again. Let the debate be done about Travis Kelce and George Kittle. Because Kittle, one, shown the inability that he can't stay healthy. And two, Travis Kelce is putting up godly numbers. I'm talking about rare atmosphere numbers. But I think this is the game that he gets busy, shows up, shows out, wows out. I think this is the game. I think this is a definitely set up for Travis Kelce to do his thing. I think he has the total recipe for it. Total recipe for it. But overall, my fifth and final key to victory is don't let the fire start on your watch. And what I mean by that is we got to be honest about the Indianapolis Colts. They have a good roster. I do believe they upgraded their quarterback position, going from Carson Wentz to Matt Ryan. It's just taking a little minute for it to click. Got some injuries, like we've already talked about with Shaquille Leonard. They dealt with injuries, a lot of injuries so far early in the season. But my main point is don't let the fire start on your watch. As in, this is a good Indianapolis Colts team who's not clicking on all cylinders. So there literally is a fire waiting to catch a blaze and just full steam, just going crazy, whole fire. But Kansas City Chiefs don't this offense right now is Jonathan Taylor or bust, and it's all on him. So we need plays like these plays to shut the door and not let this team get any momentum. If they're going to be a good team, which I think the Colts will be later down in the season, that's fine. But don't let it be on your watch. Don't let this offense, who actually could be damn good with Matt Ryan, catch fire on your watch. Let another team fall into the suckery and foolery of taking it light on this team because they're on a slow start, but forget how talented they are, and then all of a sudden they get caught with their pants down. Don't let that be y'all. Let that be another team. Keep the fire snuffed out. Let them catch momentum on another team. You're building something here. This defense is building something. We've already said there's going to be some ups, going to be some downs. It's a young defense, but these players are making plays. They're making plays. So let's continue to make plays. Be prepared. Be ready. And play like Chiefs are supposed to. Right now, this offense is not good. This team is not good. It's not living up to their potential. It's really not. But let that fire get jump started on somebody else's watch, not y'all's. Oh, and before I get into my picks, let me talk real quick about this Willie Gay situation. This is just another scenario that it has shown that Roger Goodell is not capable of setting up a actual punishment system that is consistent, that is realistic. When there's bad behavior from owners, it looks like it's a slap on the wrist or no punishment at all. And what I want people to understand is Roger Goodell will never be capable of having anything fair or just for the players because the players do not pay him. They don't. He has 31 owners that pay him. Those are his bosses. And so whatever they feel is right, what goes down, if we need to bend the rule here, bend the rule there, it will be done without a scratch, without a problem, without an issue, because he gets paid by the owners. That's why he will never be 100% capable to come up with a fair punishment system. Because when the county dismissed the charges on Willie Gay, found that he did no harm to a person, I guess a Hoover vacuum is so, needs its rights too. Hoover vacuum lives matter. And so you got other situations that are far more egregious than, the distraught Hoover vacuum life that was lost and gets 4 games. I can't make it make sense. Somebody else make it make sense. If you can make it make sense, please let me know. I can't make it make sense. But this is going to continue because the owners run it. They have his puppet, and it will always go their way. It just is what it is. But anyway, as for our beloved Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Indianapolis Colts, this is the score. This is the score I'm rocking with. I'm rocking with 31-10. 31-10. Oh, here's the rest of my picks for week 3. And peep out the record too. All right, y'all. That's the end of the show. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, vibing out with your boy. Y'all know what it is. It's Chiefs or die, baby. My Chiefs family, my Chiefs people. Man, let's get this victory. Let's root on our boys. And I can't wait to come back with another episode, with another victory for our beloved Kansas City Chiefs. And it's been real, y'all. In the home of the Chiefs.